Hello everybody, thank you for watching another one of our videos. We're highlighting stuff that my wife has found over the years that she has now put on her Etsy shop. You can find her Etsy shop by just going to Etsy and looking for Amyscoolfinds, and this is actually an item that's on there. It's a grant of arms. It's an English document from 1929. It's considered signed by King George, and we'll go into that in a minute or two. But what this did is it gave Cecil Barons of Kensington Hall, it made him a knight of the most noble garter. So he's a knight of the garter. And as you can see, it's got the symbols on top. And then it's got 4 seals. The gold seals are the king, and the 2 red seals belong to the signatories. And we're going to talk about those guys in a second as well. But they're wax seals. The document itself is housed in this frame, and as you can see, over the years it's kind of rolled up a little bit. If you decide to go to Etsy and buy this from us, obviously you can have it reframed, or just kind of enjoy the fact that it's kind of, the way that it is. But first, let's talk about the signatures. The first signature is that of Henry Farnham Burke. He was Sir Henry Farnham Burke. He lived from 1859 to 1930, so this document was actually from 1929. And he was considered the Garter Principal King of Arms. And what that meant at the time is there were none of these documents. These documents were not official unless it had his signature on it. And it's just kind of, if you look him up on Wikipedia, you kind of see some of the stories. There's his family crest. And now let's look at the other one. And then, so the second signature to the right was Arthur Cochrane. He's an officer of arms. He lived a little longer. He lived till 1954, so I would assume his signature was on a ton more documents. But it's just kind of interesting that, these 2 guys had to sign these documents for them to be official, obviously in conjunction with the seal of the king. And I figured before we end the video, we'd take another look. So the way this worked is this guy, Mr. Burke's signature is there, and it's got his seal. And then the king, he signs for the king. So there's the king seal. And the same thing with Arthur Cochrane. He's got his seal, and then the king seal goes next to it. So these 2 people together equaled the signature of King George. Obviously, we've got thousands of items on our shop, and I hope you take the time to visit the shop, take a look at it. But this is something you could own, free delivery, in the United States for about $400. Hope you enjoyed looking at it, and if you compare it to other ones online, it's a steal. Hope you enjoyed looking at it. Have a great day.